Sorry for the wait, guys.
Yeah, very sorry about that. Like, I don't know what happened. This week has been crazy. Our computers, like, not working with us. Our connection's not working with us. But now we're live. All right. Hi. Hi. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm Amber Frost.
You don't need to say. They know who you are. I mean, they wouldn't
care.
be here if they didn't know.
Happy Easter, guys.
Yes, happy
I hope you
Easter.
have a nice day. We did. We sure did.
And did you enjoy last night's episode? We sure did. Like, I teared up like twice. And I know the reaction's not online yet.
I fangirl all through that episode. I can't believe it.
What? Sorry.
You never listen when
I'm
saying.
making sure everything works. That's my job. Yeah. Oh, you're probably happy because your ship sailed.
My ship sailed. It is hard. Oh my god,
Arya.
I've been waiting for these two to be together since season 1 or 2. It's been like 5-7 years. Damn.
I know some people thought it might have been creepy. Oh yeah, hey.
Yeah, I've seen that joke. Really funny. Bran, hey Jamie, could you give me a push?
Need a hand? These two. I was weirdly enough. Well, I wasn't surprised about the reunion because I mean, with Bran being the way he is now, you cannot expect much from him, you know. But I kind of wished it would have been a little bit more. I don't know. Like, why did Bran wait for him for so long? And ended up doing nothing, you know. They just straight jumped to the Great Hall and had their discussion. I just thought they missed that opportunity a little bit, but still.
I think he needed a push because he was stuck in the snow. That's what I think. Sorry, no, I'm joking. Never mind.
Yeah, going back to Arya and Gendry.
I think the scene was pretty awkward, but I still was happy for them. Yeah, it was a bit awkward or to shoot it. It's like she was kind of jumping on him, and he was like.
I think it's the fact that we saw her grow up that was awkward. I mean, like, it's hard for us, especially since she still looks like a little kid. She's 22. Like, she's basically the same age like that Emilia Clarke was when she started Game of Thrones.
Macy Williams is 22, and Arya technically is 17, 18 years old. So she's basically older than Sansa when she was married to Tyrion or when she was raped by Ramsay.
But still, I mean, we see Macy Williams. We remember the little girl.
The small girl.
But we remember the little girl from season 1, episode 1, you know? So, and I mean, she's, in that single scene, she did show more nudity than Sophie Turner did in her entire run on Game of Thrones. So, it was kind of a shocker, but I think it kind of fits her character. And we've seen so much more on Game of Thrones, so I'm just...
We've seen way more.
Like you said, like we were happy for them because you've been waiting for that couple for so long.
Yes.
And I do understand also why she made that decision. Like, she cares for him, he cares for her. They might die this night. How sad was that? Like, all of them. It's like they tried to remember. Well, not like we needed the reminder, but it's like they tried to remind us. Like, that we love these characters. You know why you love these characters? Because of that reason, you know?
Yeah.
Here, all the feels, they're gonna die next week, you know?
Too bad for Tormund and Brienne, though. Oh, the big woman. It was funny, though, to have the love triangle. Tormund definitely knew that he has competition with Jaime over there.
He tried to intimidate him.
Who are you rooting for? Tormund and Brienne or Brienne or Jaime? Say it, write it down. I want to know, please. Because she's voting for Jaime and Brienne. I'm kind of voting for the both couple.
And some people, I think last week, also added the Hound to the love triangle.
The Hound? a foursome, really?
Robert Baratheon said to Ned, "Yes, I have a son.
I have a daughter. Let's unite at our house." That's so good.
That has been on the internet, like, already for since episode 1.
That's the main reason why we are shipping them. The main reason, the only reason.
Because I mean, Arya needed a future eventually. Because she's a good fighter, but if they win this war, where does she go next? Like Sansa, she's Lady of Winterfell. Bran is whatever Bran is. Jon might be king.
He's in the werewood.
Yeah, probably. But Arya had nothing. Like, she needed something to maybe keep her going once this is all over. And Genji, oh my god. Genji. Yeah, sure. Gendry, he's a bit like Jon on the Baratheon side. Like, he's the underdog. The guy who had nothing, and he's probably going to end up with everything. If he survives, I could totally see him becoming the Lord of Stormhand.
I've definitely seen becoming Lord of Stormhand.
So, maybe with a Stark wife?
A few say that it's kind of poetic because technically Arya is like the living portrait of Lyanna Stark, and Gendry is like the living portrait of Robert when he was young. Sure. So there are
They're finally gonna join.
No, it's not like Robert's dream to be with Lyanna will live through his son and through Ned's daughter. So that's kind of beautiful, I think.
Douglas, you're saying Arya's laddest dream was to explore what's west of Westeros, so Essos, basically.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with her.
Yeah.
As my lady command.
I could see her maybe explore and travel, see the world. Gendry could go with her. And it's true, though, that Arya's not really the type to marry. So I don't know if their romance is gonna go beyond friends with benefits, you know? It might not, or one of them might die. I have no freaking idea. I'm kind of scared, but it's true that she could travel. I could see her do that.
Yeah, that will be great. Let's talk about all-knowing robot Bran and the Night King. Why doesn't the Night King show up at the end, but his army does? Does the Night King know Bran is on to him? Maybe Night King is all-knowing like Bran is.
I had this theory. Okay, I'll talk about this theory later, but I think you did mention last week that they are connected, right?
Yes,
Bran and the Night King are connected. So and because of the mark and also because of their powers, like every time Bran tries to spy on the Night King, it's kind of like he's feeling it, right? Like when he was in the birds and he just knew where to look and he knew that Bran was in those birds, you know? So maybe he does feel it. Like maybe he understands what Bran is trying to make him do or what they are trying to make him do. And it's true, we didn't see him nor the dragon. And my theory from last week was that if I was the Night King, I would attack Winterfell from the north with the army and go south with the dragon and destroy King's Landing. Force them to move out of the castle. Because that castle is huge. It's a huge fortress. Only the dragon can pretty much destroy that. That or the giants. But the giants are going to take so much time to go south. So I would, go south with the dragon, destroy King's Landing, and then go up with the army to Winterfell. But, so I don't know if the Night King is even going to be there next episode. If he's not there, my guess is that he's south.
Well, he knows that if he died, all his army is dead. So he's not going to be, like, at the front of the battlefield. That would be a really bad move.
It's true that they've got 2 living dragons. And yes, 1 dragon controlled by the Night King is terrible, but 2 dragons fighting 1 dragon, it's the smallest too, so it's dangerous. So yeah, he might stand back and he might have something up his sleeve too.
I think the Night King has the ability to see everything, the White Walkers and the White Sea.
Yeah, I think that too. I think he's connected. He made them all, so why not? Maybe not the Whites, but at least the White Walkers. If they don't if he doesn't see from their eyes, he at least has a connection with them. So I think that's also why or how he managed to know that they were at after in Eastwatch season 7. Mm-hmm. That's how he knew that they were there, and that's how he knew how to trap them and then wait for the dragon and stuff like that.
Brienne was night. That was awesome.
Oh, yes, I cried.
That was
that
touching.
Scene.
Oh my god!
I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop crying. That was like so beautiful. Technically, for me, Brienne has always been this character who's so badass, but she never got
the
what she deserved.
That she deserved.
Yeah, she was always pushed to the side because since she's a lady, she needed to have the lady qualities, She needed to be beautiful, she needed to be smaller and appealing to men from that time and stuff. And since she doesn't have any of those qualities, according to many men from this era and stuff, well, she's worth nothing. But we know she's worth so much more than that. Like, she's a warrior. And so to be knighted, and by Jaime, nonetheless, it was like a dream come true. She deserved this. For the first time in her life, she got something for herself. I cried.
Interesting that Bran doesn't know if fire can kill the Night King. They did mention that they talk about dragon fire, and he said that because no one ever tried to do that.
And
and
you
we
guys
know that Brands know what's going on in the moment.
Yeah, he
what
doesn't know the
happened in the
future.
past.
He doesn't know the
So
future.
unless someone tried to burn the Night King with fire dragon or a normal fire, I don't think that Bran will know how to do it.
So that basically means that, when the first long night happened, the dragons were not there yet, right? That was before, I think, the Targaryens crossed.
The Targaryens, yeah.
So there's no way for him to know if dragonfire can hurt the Night King. I think maybe it could hurt him. That could be, well, we know he killed Viserion because that's a good way to destroy the wall, right?
Yeah.
But killing the dragon could also give him a weapon against the other two dragons. Mm-hmm. So maybe he did that for the wall and also to protect himself from the dragon fire.
Bran said the Night King is coming for him, but a hard-horn Night King looked Jon so deep. What does Night King think about Jon?
I really don't know. Like, for time, if the Night King has powers similar to Bran's, maybe he just knows that Jon is going to be important in his demise or something. Because if Jon is Azor Ahai,
it's his
nemesis. It's his nemesis. It's Jon's destiny to stop the Night King. So I feel there might be a bit of that. Like, the Night King sees Jon and he kind of feels that guy is going to be important. It could also be his Targaryen blood. If dragon fire can hurt him, or if there is some kind of relation between his end or his goal and the Targaryens, and he knows that, he feels the blood, there might be that. Or his Stark blood. The Starks, if he was related to the Starks back in the day, because we did theorize that he might have been a Stark when he was alive. Mm-hmm. That could be that as well. It could also be a lot less complicated and just that every time he tries to do something, he ends up seeing Jon there, and he's like, "You mother... Stop stopping me!"
If Brienne was born a free folk, she would have been more recognized. Yes, definitely. I think she will be a freaking leader of her own group, literally. She's got such leadership and commander skills and stuff.
Well, sorry, I'm trying to see where you are.
Over there.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
No.
I'm still trying to find the comment that you're talking about.
If she was born a free folk, she would have been more recognized.
Yes, right. That's one thing that you could see also last episode with Tormund basically saying, "Why are you not a sir? Why are you not a knight? Like, fuck traditions." There is no distinction between a woman and a man if you're a free folk. None at all. So to Tormund, it's like he doesn't understand why Brienne, who's such a strong woman, and he loves her, obviously, because he thinks she's really strong. He doesn't understand how people could view her as a lesser person because of what she is. Because, she's freaking badass. Let's say that. She's amazing. So I think this is also why people might be rooting for this couple. Because Tormund is going to give Brienne everything that she deserves. Respect, for one. And it's true that the scenes between the two are getting funnier and funnier. So it's it's a fan favorite, I could say, almost. Fan favorite situation. Tormund is definitely a fan favorite. If he's not a fan favorite, he is one of my favorite, at least.
I do think that while the scene with him and Brienne are getting funnier and funnier each time we see both of them together, I don't want that to be true, but I'm fearing that it's a way for us to being attached to them, being attached to him, to see him as a funny, a lovable character, and if he dies, for Brienne to be, "Oh gosh, he's dead." No, poor him, not him.
They've been pushing that couple a lot, but I think it might be because it's such a funny couple. I don't think if Tormund were to die, Brienne would be the one to notice it.
But she can see him as a companion at least.
Yes, she does. She does. Comrade in arm or something.
Yeah, comrade in arm, yeah, sorry.
But it wouldn't have that much of an impact because Brienne doesn't really care about Tormund. So, I mean, if Jaime were to die in front of Brienne, that would make for some great scene, like some great opportunities, as sad as it would be. But if Tormund were to die, I would rather have like Jon there to witness it, not Brienne. As funny as that couple is, you know. And I will riot too. This episode, like, they've been showing us every possible couple, every actual couple, and every characters that we love, and they've been closing, answering questions and closing loose ends that we've been having, like Sam giving the sword to Jorah as thanks for your father helped me and stuff. All of that happened in this episode, so everyone could die next episode.
No.
So I'm gonna riot if like Brienne dies, if Tormund might die. Like, I'm sorry, but he's been so lucky this far. He's had so many close calls. I think his luck is like over with. Jorah might also be a very possible like candidate for death, because he did have a conversation with Dany, and he did say like, oh, you know what, I don't, I'm not against you having Tyrion as your hand. Like, he did close that hand, and he also basically helped her get closer to the Stark. So I have a feeling that his goal has been attained. Like, he's done. I don't want him to go, but I fear he might go.
Now, can you always let Jon go for some reason?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Maybe.
We kind of know that the Night King has some kind of secret power, just like Bran does. He knew about the dragon coming, so he set a trap for them, like you told us and like we saw. I do think that maybe the Night King knows that Jon has a purpose to do, for him to gain more power, for him to achieve a certain goal. A certain goal.
The thing is,
to let him live to a certain point would benefit us more to just try to kill him right on point.
The thing is, it would depend on what Jon is going to do during this war. I mean, if he ends up making mistakes, and if because of Jon so many people end up dying, then we'll know he let him live because he knew he was going to help without trying. But I don't know. Maybe Jon was just very lucky, and the Night King didn't try to let him go, or he did let him go in order for him to spread the word. I don't know. Like, it would have made so much more sense if no one knew that the Night King was coming and he did surprise them all. But I don't know.
Sansa Theon shipping, I think it's a bit weird since they're almost brother sister. Yeah, they kind of grew up together, but I think that there might be a real ship by the end of it, because Sansa technically doesn't have anyone
else to get
close to her. And if I'm right, and George Martin book, it did write something about Jon and Arya. Thank God it didn't happen in the series.
Yeah, I don't like
that. That is way worse. Sorry. And even though they got a great relationship, it is way worse.
Let's leave George out of this because he's not in charge of the season.
I know. But Sansa and Theon, they've been through so much together. She grew fond of him. He grew fond of her. He grew as a man. He got character. He got balls.
Yeah.
Mind balls, technically. So if they both survived the long night by the end of the season, I think that there might be an end game together, and they might rule together Winterfell, and Jorah rule the Iron Islands.
I think people are reading couple in between these two like love, but I actually just see a very close bond. Because I mean, it's true that they've been showing us Sansa and Theon at the same time as Jon and Dany, or Arya and Gendry, or Missandei and Grey Worm. But to me, it's like these two are the only people who know what it feels like to be one of Ramsay's prisoner, to be at his mercy. They understand each other. I think it's more that out of everyone else, they get what they've been through, and they don't have to have that mask on when they're together. So I'm not saying love just yet. We'll see where that leads us, because someone did say earlier that Theon might die saving Bran. That's one of my fears, because Theon is also on my list of people who are going to die this season. I think it's just a way for Sansa to let go before the night. Finding someone who understands her, who knows what she's been through, and she doesn't have to have that mask on. It's just a way for her to relax and enjoy those last moments. So I'm not going to say couple, not yet, but it could become something more if they survive.
All right.
If.
Back in season 6, episode 5, the door when the Night King touches Bran, if you listen closely, you can hear a voice saying, "Burn them all." What do you think about that? Do you think that the Night King might have tainted the Mad King's mind?
I don't know. But
Targaryens
did have visions.
Targaryen are half the corn mad, half the corn normal? They might be cursed.
Yeah, but why? Like you're saying the Night King's hobby is to just go inside Targaryen's mind and turn them? I don't know, because I mean, if the Targaryens are somehow linked to what he wants to do, maybe. But Targaryens are known for having prophetic dreams, like visions, but not like Bran. Like they're not three-eyed ravens. So could they connect with the Night King somehow? I don't really know. It's I don't even remember hearing "Burn Them All." Probably. I mean, if you heard it, I'll have to go back and watch that scene again. So, but it's kind of like they're playing with our minds at this point, and maybe they're adding clues for us to decipher. But I have no idea where he's going with this.
You might be right. A popular theory is that the Three-Eyed Raven accidentally turned the Mad King crazy, just like it did with Odor. If you think about it, if it did, if someone really tried to warn the Mad King about the long night in the Night King, he might become crazy and said burn them all because he was talking about the rights and the White Walkers.
Yeah, see that. I actually like that theory a lot. Like, it's possible. The only thing is, I'm afraid. I don't know if they're gonna,
because technically the Targaryen may be the only opponent that have the ability to destroy and kill the Night King.
Because, I mean, what can kill the Night King? I mean, we know Valyrian Steel and Dragonglass can kill the White Walkers, but can they kill the Night King? No one ever tried. I mean, it's not like we have proof.
It's never been done. Bran said so.
So, and we already know that, basic fire can kill whites, but it cannot kill White Walkers. So maybe the Night King is like a step above, and even Valyrian Steel and Dragonglass cannot hurt him. Although Valyrian Steel is basically steel made with dragon fire. So, and yeah, Dragonglass is also related to the dragon, so maybe Dragonfire could have an impact on the Night King. So what if it's the only thing that can hurt the Night King?
When Three-Eyed Raven told Bran you will never walk again, but you will fly, the first thing in my mind was Bran is going to walk into a dragon since he is walking. Raven, do you think this is out of table?
I would love to see him try to work into Viserion.
Could it be possible?
I don't know, because I mean, it depends.
What the connection? Tried to work inside a dead body.
Yes, and some people last week did mention that it could be cool to see him try. The thing, though, is I don't know if the connection between the Night King and those whites is going to interfere. Because why didn't he try to do this earlier when he was spying on the Night King? He was only in the Ravens. So, I don't know. He could try. Maybe that's going to hurt him. Maybe that's going to connect him to the Night King somehow. And that's going to go to shit. I don't know. But he never tried. So, I don't know if it can be done. But I would love to see him at least try to, what's the word? When he's like, not concentrate. The other word. Deconcentrate? Yeah? You think deconcentrate? Anyway, when he's gonna when he's gonna try to trouble Viserion in order to give them an advantage, because I don't know how strong Viserion is right now.
Yeah. Maybe they have to take the dragon glass out of his chest.
Yes, but that could be it.
How? How could they do that? They need to come close enough to pull their hand through his chest and take out the dragon glass. You got an army of rights. You got an army of White Walkers. and he got skills with weapons. How can you do that? He
The
got
way-
magic power, damn it.
Ninja Arya.
Pew, pew. Shadow assassin.
No, but honestly, I think personally the way I would love to see not Game of Thrones ending, but the last fight happening. In my mind, it would be Jon versus Night King because they have this connection, you know. So for the perfect fight for me would be to have Jon fighting the Night King 1-on-1, and the army is like taken care of. Either it's not there or it's dead or I don't know. But Night King versus Jon. If they are fighting 1-on-1, there's your chance. Though if Jon is gonna survive or not, that's another question.
Who do you ladies think is dying next episode? Okay, we got like 6 episodes.
Too many
for
people.
season 8. No,
Too many.
Like, we got 6 episodes.
6.
Okay,
So half of them.
I'm pretty sure that Jamie will not die by the end of the season.
Okay.
So if he's dying, is by episode 5 or 6 at least. Who I think is gonna die?
Miss
in the next
Sunday and
episode?
Grey
Miss Sunday
Worm.
and Grey Worm. That's my biggest
At least one of them.
guts about it.
I mean, it would be the obvious choice would be that Grey Worm dies fighting, but Missandei, I mean, she's gonna be in the crypts, right? She's gonna be with the women and the children
I
and
think
the
that
old
the
people.
White Walker, the Rice are gonna enter inside the crypt.
That's what I fear, because it's too obvious. Well, I mean, if they end up losing at Winterfell, and I think they might lose, the crypts are going to be overridden. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it would be horrible to have the army reach the crypts. I have a fear that Missandei might die, because if she dies, Dany's going to go mad.
Aww.
And but that's interesting storytelling. I mean, if Missandei dies, Dany needs to lose more, and because at Winterfell they're gonna lose so many people they care about. She needs to lose as well, and so I fear that Grey Worm and Missandei are goners. Jorah is one of my fears as well. Tormund is one of my fears as well. Brienne is one of my fears as well because she's been knighted. That's like a huge thing for her. Usually when you've got a character, especially in Game of Thrones, when a character seems to be in a good spot, when everything goes well for that character,
it never ends well.
Nope.
Never.
So I fear that she might be gone too.
Arya will kill Whites and White Walker by dozens. I think, she will with her new weapon that Gendry made for her. It's like a double-edged spear. It's one of the weapons that I'm freaking my man about it. It's like you have a long spear and you have a double sword to each extremities.
Is it what she asked for? I think it was just a spear with one tip.
No. She got 2 spears at each extremities, and one of them you can pull off.
Oh.
So it's easier for her to attack one way and directly the other way. For us, that would be amazing to see in a battle. Really, I'm waiting for that to happen.
She's gonna be badass, that's for sure. I just wonder, in the trailer, she is in the castle, so I don't know if she's not gonna be on the battlefield. I don't know if she's gonna stay behind maybe to take care of Sansa, or if she's gonna be on the battlements, like the walls and stuff. But to be in the battle, that's the thing with Arya though. She's a good fighter, but we've never seen her actually fight in a war surrounded by people. So I don't know. I think it's good that she's in the castle with walls and stuff, because she can go one-on-one with them. But I don't know if she's going to fare well in battle with other people. We'll have to see.
Jaime dies, Arya takes a face to kill Cersei. That's one of the theories that I've seen so far on the websites. That we might say that Jaime will be the one to kill Cersei, but technically it's Arya behind the faceless mask.
Yes, maybe.
And even though you said that Jaime is too tall for Arya, no. She takes
She takes the... Really? She becomes taller if she takes the face? No, she doesn't, Mila.
Her height changed when
No,
she
I
took
don't think it does.
Well,
She was sitting down. How could you know? She was sitting down. Some people did mention...
you become way smaller than I remember.
I think the thing with Cersei and Arya is their relationship is not that strong. Everyone wants to see Arya kill Cersei, because I mean she did end up killing Ned, and that reached Arya a lot. But Sansa has a way better relationship, better as in she has a stronger history with Cersei. So
she got a stronger history. Jaime had a history from the womb with Cersei.
That's not what I meant. I'm saying
I know
that
what you meant.
That she's been through so much with Cersei, and if you think about it, Arya hasn't been with Cersei that much. Like, she was with her in season 1, and even then they don't really have a scene together. So to have Arya kill Cersei, I think it's kind of saying, well, here's your wish, guys. You wanted her to be badass and kill her. Well, there you go. But it's too, like, it lacks intensity, which is why I personally prefer the idea that Jaime is the one killing her, or Tyrion, but Tyrion to me is too obvious a choice.
No, he had a good reason to kill his father, but even though he despises Cersei a lot, I don't think he will kill his sister. No.
And if it's not...
He's smart enough to know that Cersei, you cannot trust her, but she's still his sister, so he might have hope for her.
Are you talking about Jaime or Tyrion? Because I don't think either of them are.
Tyrion.
He had hope last season.
It had hope.
It's just been crushed, though.
Yeah, so it might end just right there.
Or another theory, though, is that neither of them are gonna kill Cersei. She might kill herself. I don't know. She might, like, if she's surrounded and she knows that there is no happy ending to her story, maybe she's just gonna kill herself with, like basically the Mad King tried to do.
I don't know what you will think about it because I've seen it on the web, but people said that technically we know that Cersei is responsible for all of her children's death, Joffrey, Tormund, and Marcella, in a way.
You saying she was responsible?
She was indirectly or directly responsible for their death. She blew up Marjorie.
Yeah, Tormund.
Tormund.
How was she responsible? Well, kinda. No, Tyrion sent her, and the death of Oberyn had nothing to do with Cersei. Kinda.
People said that since Jaime left Cersei to go to Winterfell, battle for the living, he abandoned her. She's trying to indirectly kill the baby so that she can put the blame on Jaime, so that how is his fault that I drink wine and my baby is dead. And to lose the baby might be a reason for her to, I don't know, go...
She's already mad, but anyway.
She's become more mad or want to...
I don't know why she would intentionally...
Saying nothing.
I don't know why she would intentionally kill her baby, but...
She's always in denial. It's not my fault that Joffrey's dead. She was a shitty mother, sorry.
That's
not
something
my
else,
fault that Tormund died. She blew up his wife.
That's something else,
All the quarrel that she did with Dorne was the reason why her daughter died.
Yeah, but she did not intentionally kill her children.
But she was indirectly responsible for it.
Yes.
And she never took the...
Yeah, but that's her way of coping with this. If the baby dies, she could put the blame on Jaime because she wants to cope with it. Like, if she's directly responsible... then if she wants to stay sane, she's gonna put the blame on someone else because her children are everything to her. So if she starts blaming herself for her children's death, she's a goner, and it's not she's already pretty gone. Who do you think, ladies, think is chasing Arya through the crypt? Oh, there's the theory again that the Night King is gonna bring back the Starks.
Why would Gendry chase Arya through the crypt? Arya, do you want to do foreplay? No, I don't think that's it. But yeah, someone said earlier in the comments that an idea that the main characters are bringing back to life as rights.
Yeah.
And we got Caitlyn is not in the crypt.
Caitlyn and Rob are not there.
Rob is not there because he was already decapitated.
Of the main family, I think there's only Rickon and Ned who are in the crypts. And their bones. What?
Maybe Ned's gonna chase Arya in the crypt. Maybe.
She's not in the crypts though. She's in the castle.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna chase her in the castle.
Maybe, but it's gonna be a skeleton though, so no Sean Bean.
Yeah.
As sad as it is, because they did like the what were they doing back in the day? Boiling down the corpses and stuff to have only the bones left. I don't know. It's a theory. It's scary, but I really don't know why I didn't think of that though. Like Jon has been fighting them for so long, and Bran knows them a lot too. Why would they hide them in the crypts if they thought that the Starks could be revived? Maybe they can't. Maybe they're like in the stones, like they put the stone lid on top of them, and they cannot get out of there, even if they tried.
It's like in the Mummy.
But imagine, like you're hiding in the crypts from the White Walkers, and suddenly you hear like people trying to get out of there.
Be creepy as shit.
And these are old people and women and children.
Oh gosh. Do you think Melisandre and Kinvara will play a major role in the next episode, maybe bringing back to life someone or showing different powers against White Walkers?
We haven't seen her, right?
Yeah, I don't think that Melisandre could bring someone else back to life. She did say it was maybe like a one-time thing with Jon, if I'm right.
I don't think anyone else is coming back to life after Jon, because it's like it's cliche a little bit. If anyone can be brought back to life,
you can come back to life. You're coming back to life. Everybody's coming back to life.
Jon could definitely be brought back again, because when you're being brought back, it basically means that you have something else to do. So we know that Jon has something to do before he dies. Again, I think it's killing the Night King. But the others, not so sure. And I don't know if Melisandre bringing Jon back gave her like a connection to Jon that she doesn't have with the others. So I don't know if she can bring the others back.
Yeah. It could be a faceless man going after Arya. She's really scared after all. We do know, yes, that for Arya to, how do you say? Elle a refusé.
Refused?
She refused to... and
she didn't follow the rules.
She didn't follow the rules. She said that a girl is Arya Stark and I'm going home. So she left behind a faceless man, and there are consequences to that. So you may be right. Maybe it is a faceless man sent over to assassinate her.
And he might be using the war as a cover-up.
Yeah.
Possibly. Although
if it is right, I have good faith in my girl because she killed the waif.
The way
she could kill anyone. Oh, maybe it's Jack in a car. Am I saying it right?
Jack in a car.
Jack in a car.
Jack in
a car.
A man is no one. No one. Let's call him no one.
Maybe it's no one that is going after her, but it did say that he was proud of her, so maybe not.
Sorry, I'm just cutting you up here. In the books, Beric gives his life to Lady Stoneheart. It's true. And he could bring someone back. Very true. Because Beric is also someone that is on my list of people who are going to die. So who could he be bringing back, though, if that's how he goes?
Who could be important that much for him to bring it back?
Dany. Jon.
Oh! We do think that maybe Jon will... If...
Lightbringer?
Yeah, Lightbringer. For Jon to create Lightbringer, he needs to kill Dany, the love of his life. Maybe Beric's gonna sacrifice himself to bring her back to life.
If he survives next episode, maybe, because she's not pregnant yet. We haven't seen any of that, and I mean, only 6 episodes. We're already halfway through.
I do think she is pregnant. You see that stare that Drogon.
How long is it
to Jon?
But how long is it gonna take them then to go south and stuff? If the battle keeps going south,
it takes months to go from the north to the south.
Tyrion maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So he wouldn't be brought back by Melisandre, but maybe someone could give him the life. Beric has been very close so far to the Hound. He's seen Arya. He's close to Jon. He hasn't had any important scenes with Tyrion, so I don't know if that's what's gonna happen. Tyrion might be in danger next episode, though.
Aww.
So I don't know if he's gonna die, but he's probably gonna be in danger because knowing him, he's not gonna freaking stay in the crypts.
Dany might betray Jon because she wants the Iron Throne.
Yes, that freaking scene.
I don't know for you guys, but the way that she said, "You are one of the male heir to the throne," it's like you're my opponent. the fight is on.
I
I'm
hated
gonna
that.
win that battle.
Like, we knew that it was gonna go either I'm happy to have a living relative again, or you're trying to take my throne. And the fact that the first thing that she did say wasn't you're the heir to the throne, but you're one of the you have a claim to the throne, meant that it was a fight for her. Like, you're trying to take what's mine. It's on. Like, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And it's like she betrayed John, basically. To John, it's like she's saying, that's all I see you as. Like, you're not the guy I love. You're just trying to take my throne.
You're not a man in a few. You're just like someone who's going to take what's mine.
And I mean, for her to go directly to the conclusion that he was trying to play it with her.
It's true. She didn't even pause to look at his face. Like, you could see on his face that he said, I'm your brother's son, your nephew, I'm the right hand to the throne, but I don't want that.
You're nephew.
Your nephew, sorry. I don't want that title.
He didn't say that.
Take it. I don't care. She just jumped right at his throat, and he was so sad about it.
Yes, because it's like she's not even trying to think that maybe Bran saw wrong or that maybe he's the one lying. She directly went and said, like, oh, it's funny, right, that your best friend and your brother are the two that know that super big secret. That I mean, she wants the throne, we know that, but come on, girl, that's the reason why people don't like you as much.
With the remaining 4 episodes being 1 hour and 22 minutes, 1 hour and 18 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes, and so on, will there all be double episode reaction, ladies?
Yes, there will be. Next episode, I already know it's going to be a double reaction because it's a fight and it's directed by one. Are you okay?
Yes.
Our cat is around, like, he doesn't want to be in the video, but he wants to be around. Anyway, so yeah. Fight scene directed by my favorite director from Game of Thrones, because he's directed 2 of my favorite episodes, 3 of my favorite episodes actually. Yes, next episode is probably going to be a double. Finale is also going to be a double. The others, it will depend on what happens during the episodes, but fight episodes are usually longer.
Yeah, so. Maybe. Tyrion will betray either Dany or the Starks. George Martin once said Tyrion was his favorite villain in the books. Thoughts about that?
Tyrion? As a villain? Really? No, please, no. I love Tyrion. I don't want him to betray Dany or Jon.
I don't think by that point he will betray Dany. Maybe earlier in the series, maybe. That will be more fitting for his character. But he grown up so much as a character. He found people that appreciate him for his mind, for what he can do, even though he's a imp. Because all his life he's been treated bad and considerably disgraceful because he was just the imp.
The thing with
but
the good
Dany gave him a chance to be hand of the queen, to have a respectful place by her side.
She gave him everything that he always wanted and was never granted.
Yeah. So I don't think that he will betray her. Not at that far in the series, though.
The thing with good villains is that for a villain to be authentic and good, you need to be able to justify his actions. If you're not sure that a villain is a villain or a good guy, that means it's a good villain. So, technically, Tyrion was a villain at the start because he was a Lannister.
Yeah.
Then he was working with Cersei.
And he was ready to do everything in his capabilities.
Power.
And his power, to
help his family.
To achieve his goal and to protect his family. So,
when he was the actual hand of the king back in King's Landing, he was fighting against the Starks, so he was technically a villain. But now he's been betrayed by his family, and like you said, Dany gave him everything. So I don't think he was ever gonna betray Dany. But again, a good villain, you don't really know if it's a good guy or a villain. Maybe he's gonna do something in the future to help them win, and it's gonna be seen as something treacherous.
Mm-hmm. Very bad timing for Jon to make the big reveal.
Right?
Well, think about it. The battle is like right in a few minutes. They might both die.
I don't think
when will he have the possibility to tell her the truth?
There's that, and I don't think he knew how to break break it to her. Like, he didn't know how to say it, and then she gave him the perfect opportunity. She basically just dropped the subject, and he went like, you saw it in his face, like he went like, okay, that's like my last chance.
Like a band-aid.
I'm a Targaryen. Exactly.
Like a band-aid, you just take it off.
And
like
he didn't know that in 2 seconds there was going to be the horn. So there's that. But for it to be right before the battle, like she's going into the battle troubled, and he's going into the battle. Well, now he doesn't have the secret anymore, which could have troubled him if he didn't tell her. Yeah. But now he's gonna wonder, like, is she okay and stuff? And it might, not help if they have to work together. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how it's gonna play out, because we see them together in the trailer. Like, I've seen the thumbnails and stuff. They are together. But is it gonna affect their relationship that much? It might. Who knows? It might.
People also made a callback with Jon and Daenerys. Jon told her to dump the witch that killed her husband, so now she's turning it back on him, just like blame a son for a father's crime. I don't think she's turning the blade on him.
Yeah.
About that, it was more. She did more so in the season 7, I guess, when they first meet. I guess.
I'm just trying to see where you're going with this, though. How is she turning? Yeah, by saying, I mean that he's the one who's doing that to her. He's the one who made that secret up. Is that it? Like, he's trying to take the throne from her and stuff. I don't know.
No, it's kind of confusing.
I didn't get the callback either, obviously. Explain it more. I'm like, if we understand more where you're going, maybe we'll be able to talk about that more.
Could the Night King make them fight 2 wars, one in Winterfell and one in King's Landing?
Of course. That, I mean...
Oh, that could be nice. Like, we see 2 shots. One in Winterfell, we have this huge battle, and on the other side, we got a huge battle with the Night King and the dragon burning all King's Landing.
Yep. Because, I mean, if he doesn't do that, to me, it's like you're leaving Cersei behind and nothing's happening. It's like a waste of a character.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen after? If they lose, they're going to try to flee south.
Or to the Iron Islands.
And then what? They're going to be crushed? Cersei needs to be, taken down a little bit. Because now she's way too strong. And she's safe down in King's Landing. So I want the Night King to go down and destroy King's Landing. That would be interesting. Oh my god, what if he goes down to King's Landing and freaking sits the throne? That would be funny, so funny. And like, they need to go down and kill him in King's Landing after they're done with the army.
Oh, and they need to fight everybody in King's Landing because everybody's dead and everybody is alright.
That would be horrible. Damn, it's true. There's so many people in King's Landing.
I find it interesting that they showed off Arya's aim twice, throwing daggers and then later with a bow and arrows. That's definitely coming into play later to justify our use of a new spear.
Yes, she's good with the spear too. We saw her handling it, and I mean, of course she was going to be good with it because she trained with the bow. So the bow being the how do you call it? The staff.
Yeah. I don't think that Arya's gonna maybe throw the dagger into the Night King's head.
No, but
she might maybe kill one of the White Walkers with it.
Yeah, maybe that's who's chasing her in the castle, an actual White Walker, and she doesn't have anything to defend herself. I don't know. One thing that's going to happen, though, is that all of the characters that never saw a White Walker or White before are going to face that ugly truth next episode. Sansa, I'm kind of wishing that she's going to maybe not apologize, but at least come to her senses and realize that the threat that she... Of course, she was... she knew about the threat, but for her to see that army and realize that Jon was right... Like, that would be something that would make me kind of happy, because I thought she was not annoying, but it was grating on my nerves a little bit that she was pushing that to the side, when we know, like, that it's horrible what's coming,
The witch told Daenerys that she couldn't have a child, and he told her not to trust it. Not told him that if it was whole that those 2 people were saying, he is the rightful heir.
As in, don't trust the people. Yeah, okay, now I see what you meant. Yeah, maybe. I think I didn't see it because at the moment it felt like she was blaming him for the theory, for the secret. Like, isn't that weird? Like, the 2 people that that told you that secret are your best friend and your brother. The only two people who know about that secret, which is not true. Mira Reed's father is still alive. Are they coming back? I don't know, but
maybe she was maybe more saying it on the fact that I'm an enemy for the Northerners. And the only people that say that, oh, John is the rightful heir, is your best friend, who is against me because I killed his father and his brother, and your own brother, who is the Northerners.
Yeah,
so that might be in that sense that she was saying it, I guess.
She might have been mad that John was buying into that secret, that theory.
It's like he was turning on her.
But now
Even though we know that it wasn't the case.
Yeah. But now I think the thing with Dany is that she tends to be angry very, very quickly. Like, she doesn't really think. We saw it this episode with Tyrion. She gets mad real fast. And then when she, takes the time to calm down and talk with people, she understands that she was wrong to say those things.
Since it seems Gendry will die next episode, since he and Arya were intimate, do you think she'll find out she's pregnant with his child? And the final episode, you didn't have the guts to say that to us. Are you freaking serious? No, that will not happen. He will live forever with her. They'll be happy, they have many kids, and live happily ever after. Okay, I say it will be true. It is known.
This is the perfect moment to say, if you thought this had a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Give me a sausage. No, sorry.
She's a huge Gendry Arya fan, so...
Like I said, I shipped them since season 1, literally.
I'm also scared.
Those are my bae.
Like I said earlier in the live, I mean, it's true that in TV shows, when they tend to show you characters, especially in Game of Thrones, with in a great situation, like Brienne being knighted, Gendry and Arya being together, or other stuff, like Jorah finally coming to terms with the fact that he's not Dany's hand and he's not going to be her lover, and, stepping up. When those situations happen, usually there's a tragedy coming right around the corner. So, don't know.
Gendry, Podrick, or Brienne, you can only save one. Who is it?
Oh,
no! Okay, on one side you have Gendry, Baratheon bastard.
No, this is impossible.
Who is a good fighter, a good smith. On the other side you have Podrick, a whole lover, who know how to please a woman. And on the other hand you have, he know how to sing, he got a beautiful voice. And on the other hand, you have Brienne, who is a knight in armor, a Jaime's lover fan, a good fighter, and a good person.
I'll say Brienne.
You say Brienne?
I'll say Brienne because she reaches into my soul so much. No, but honest, I relate to her a lot. And between the three, even though Gendry had it pretty rough as well.
I think that I will save Gendry because...
Yeah.
No, but... he got so much more things to do. He has so much potential as a character.
True.
He can do so many more things.
I agree.
And Brienne, she became a knight. She saved Sansa, Arya. She became friend with Jaime, or maybe a lover with Jaime. That might happen. So our story is kind of done.
I'm saving Brienne not because of how convenient it would be for the story, but because it's nice. In Game of Thrones, there are many strong female characters, but to have a character who's viewed by the others as a strong female character, and to have a female knight, that's interesting. And I would really love to see her becoming a Kingsguard, like at the end, or even if she's not that. Like, I want her to prove that a woman like her can survive through all that shit.
Oh my god, our heart's gonna be so ripped apart by the end of the series.
Sorry?
Sorry Melissa, I shipped them too. Sadly, we know Game of Thrones plans to rip our hearts, so brace yourself.
Yes.
I know! I know!
We're gonna cry so much this season, because last episode 1, I cried once, and this episode twice.
Against Gendry? Save me, Gendry and Port, adios. Why?
Everyone dies. Yeah. That's how it ends. But no, I fear that a lot of them are gonna die. Aww. But next episode there will be survivors. Of course there will, because the show is not over. They need to at least survive till the end. Last episode, which I think actually, if you take a look at who's directing which episode, I think the 5th one might be the last battle,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one might be like the epilogue. Like we're gonna see what happened after.
Yeah.
Although it's a pretty long episode for an epilogue, but you know.
Brienne was inspired by Joan of Arc. It didn't end well for her. I know. I do hope that Brienne will not have the same fate as her.
Burn her at the stake! That's a Melisandre type of shit. She's not there yet.
Yeah.
Where is she though? She's coming. I know she's coming. I think I still, like my theory that she might save them if they are dying at Winterfell, like with a blaze of fire, and help them escape if they need to.
Yeah. I hope that deaths aren't calculated the way Rowling seemed to do for the end of Harry Potter, as well written as I think that series was.
Kind of through,
Well,
right?
that's the thing with kind of authors. You got the happy fairy tale type like Stephanie
Meyer?
with Twilight, that no one is dying. That's really bullshit.
Nothing happened at all.
Yeah.
Hey.
You got Rowling that a few of them die, maybe not the one that we would love to, but
Sorry.
a few of them.
I'm cutting you up just for a sec. If Melisandre is Game of Thrones version of Gandalf, I'll be mad but happy as well. Like, now I'm gonna think of Melisandre on her horse bringing the dawn and stuff. That's, I don't think she's that important, but if they do something like that,
that'd be
it's true.
nice.
Anyway, keep going.
You shall not burn.
You shall burn. She
You
burned.
shall burn. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Anyway, keep going. What were
Yeah,
we?
and on the end of it, you have George Martin that everyone is just dying. So yeah, you need to have the right amount of death in a series to be interesting. But of course, if you kill all of your characters, at least do it well. Yes. So I hope they're gonna do it well if you kill everyone.
When I
Please.
when I write a story or when I read a story,
Yeah.
or I don't know if you guys ever tried to write something ever, but usually when you're really into something, you kind of hear your characters telling you the story themselves, So there are authors that when they start writing stuff, they already know how it's gonna end. A bit like Rowling. They know where they want this to go, and they know who's gonna die, who's gonna survive, who's gonna end up with whom. And the thing is, when they do that, like when they are set on their ending and they keep with it, eventually the story is gonna try to take them places. For example, Harry Potter. The story she wanted Hermione to end up with Ron, but eventually the story started showing that Harry and Hermione had a better relationship.
Inside the movie.
Yeah, no,
Because
but
inside the books, that's not the
I'm
case.
sorry, but inside the books as well.
Anyway, yeah, you're right. You're right.
But she ignored where the story was trying to take her, and she went with her a basic idea of how she wanted this to end. So for a good story to happen, I think you need to listen to your characters and let them tell you where they want to go. And if a death makes sense, if the character has reached its potential and it's obvious that that character needs to die here because reasons, then that death is going to be explained. That death is going to make, you feel stuff. It's going to resonate with the viewers or the readers, and it's going to feel necessary.
But sometimes a good writing is to kill the character right off, so that you can feel the frustration, because you know that the character should have lived on more than what he has.
Example?
I don't have an example in my mind right now.
Oh, okay, but
I know that it's a way of writing. You want for the readers to feel frustrated and to continue to read, instead that character should have lived on, should have more history.
Okay, I have a perfect example for this.
Earlier.
Robb Stark.
Yes.
All right, Robb Stark.
Yes.
Hear me out here. If you go with Robb Stark from the beginning, of course he had so many things he could have done. And there are so many fanfictions online where Robb survives and he does great things afterwards. It's possible to have Robb survive the Red Wedding and keep on doing great things. If he had kept going, though... Wait, we're talking about something else. What is it?
No, but Glue is right. Real life is like that. People live like as before their time. Most of us want far more than we end up getting. Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, but that's it. Rob could have done so many more things, but he did earn his death, like you just said. He his choices brought him back to the twins. And then obviously if Rob tells you the story that he goes back to the twins, you don't even have to ask yourself if he's gonna die or not. If you want him to die or not, there's no question there, because you've also got Walder Frey's character who's telling you that he's a backstabbing son of a bitch. So these two characters are telling stories, and when you listen to them, they are brought back together. What's the obvious ending here? One of them betrays the other, and it's not going to be Rob.
Yeah.
The only thing that the author can do here is maybe change how it happens, but the story has been told. I like to listen to characters when I write stuff, and when it's done right, and you make a choice, like that character is going to die, and then that character is going to do that, it all falls into place. It's like destiny. It's really great, and that's how a great show or a great story happens. You feel like this person, this character has earned its journey, and you're not disappointed.
Robbie kind of like Alexander the Great, a great commander dying without losing a battle.
True, right? Oh, very true. But yeah, so very true. But he was arrogant a little bit. He believed that since he never lost a battle, he did end up believing that he was kind of invincible.
Was invincible, yeah.
And that no one could possibly betray him.
Well,
because I think was he poisoned, Alexander the Great?
Alexander the Great.
Or he did die of illness, but was it because he was poisoned?
I don't think. I don't remember. I have a blank. Sorry. Yeah, but as for Rob, it's not his pride or his arrogance that causes death, but more his gene. If he kept his D inside his panty, he would have lived.
He did make mistakes. That's his fault if he died.
Yeah, but that's the sad part about every Stark that died so far. Their honor brings them to their deathbed.
Or their hearts.
Yeah.
Which is why Sansa is so scared that Jon might also follow in their lead.
Okay, in the book, Rob didn't want for his
in
wife.
the book, it's his honor that got him
but
killed.
inside the TV show, it's his heart.
Yeah, but let's stay with honor. Technically, Rob did die because his honor wouldn't let him birth a bastard, which I think is really sad, by the way, because it's like saying, I grew up with my brother Jon, who's a bastard, and I know how hard it was for him, so I'm not going to put that on anyone else. I'm not going to force a child of mine to go through that. So he ended up marrying, what was it? Well, Talisa. Was it her name in the books as well?
I think it was Jane.
Jane, yeah. Anyway, he ended up marrying her.
Jane. Yeah.
He ended up marrying her because she was pregnant. So his honor got him killed, just like Ned. And yeah.
How would you end Dany's storyline as the unifier and conqueror that's been told that she, or more accurately, her family, deserves to rule, only to find out she has less claim at the 11th hour?
Personally, I would have her die, birthing the new ruler or something. The thing with Dany is that the feeling I got from this story is that we've been rooting for her for so long to have that throne, it would kind of be too cliche to have her end up on it. And for a great story concerning Dany, it would be for her to let go of that claim somehow. Because if she keeps going for it and pushes everything else and everyone else to decide for that throne, there's no character development. Yes, there was in the beginning, because at first she was with her brother and she didn't think that she was going to be on that throne.
She didn't have any confidence in herself.
So she had character development at first, and then, yes, she did learn how to rule, but then she keeps making the same freaking mistakes. Like, she keeps trying to rule a certain way only to find out that it's not the right way. So it's like she's in the loop right now. So for her to have a great character development now,
she needs to let go
of the
and
throne.
Accept that she doesn't need the throne
to be a strong woman, because I think that's her way of proving that she is worth something, and that she can help, and she can be above the ones that have been pushing her down for so long.
That's why I do think that would be so great that Westeros became a republic.
Yes, I agree too.
Every main house has a representative. Lannister, Stark, Targaryen, Greyjoy, name it. And every one of them is ruling the Seven Kingdoms. That would be just great.
Yeah, the dream she had, the visions that she had of her reaching for the throne, but then she doesn't touch it. She doesn't touch it, and then she goes north and eventually dies in the north. That's what I've been going with when I thought of how Dany's gonna end.
Might happen.
Because I mean, but yet again, it depends if the showrunners are gonna follow that train of thought. Because I don't know where they're going with that. But the story in itself and the story in the books could follow that theory, because it's true, she did have the vision.
Yeah.
And that vision is very important in the books. So I really hope they stay with it and they don't disappoint us.
Now that I think about it, she did turn her back on the throne and go to the north in her vision.
Yes.
I do think that it is an image of her love for Jon. Because she loved Jon so much, she decided to go to Winterfell to fight for the living. She decided to go to the north. Maybe she gonna go beyond her ambition to be on the Iron Throne for Jon, and she gonna decide to,
if she ends up,
go by on his side, I guess.
The thing is that Jon doesn't really want the throne, which in my opinion is what makes him the greatest ruler, or the greatest, candidate here. But for Dany to let go of the throne for Jon, to say like, okay, you know what, you're the true heir, go on that throne. For her to do that, she would need to realize that to let Jon become the king would help the relationships between her and the North. If they see it that way, because learning that Jon is a Targaryen might not make the Northerners happy.
So the Drogo and the Vision was a Jon Snow in disguise. Interesting theory.
No, I don't think so. Personally,
oh my god, I just imagine Kit Harington with his blonde wig.
Well,
yeah, like hello.
Yeah, no, but her seeing Drogo for me was like, since Drogo and her kid, they were dead. For me, it meant that she was joining them in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's what that part of the vision meant to me. Yeah, I think she might die. How is she gonna die? We don't know. I think she might die giving birth. Because I don't know if Jon survives. It would be nice to have a survivor to all this.
Or maybe Drogo. Drogo and her son was her dragon, because she did end up following her dragon's screams.
Could also
cries. Yeah, a dragon cries. And she named a dragon about her brothers and her late husband. So yeah, maybe all of the dragons are gonna end up dead. Drogo is Drogon. We didn't see Viserys because Viserion is with the Night King, and maybe the son that she had with Drogo. I know she had a baby before that, but maybe it's the baby that she gonna have with Jon.
You lost me there.
Yeah, but
I'm
gonna keep it simple. Maybe the vision that she has is that she's gonna decide to leave behind the Iron Throne to go with Jon, because Jon doesn't care about the Iron Throne. And the vision that we have of Drogo and the son was dragons, because they're dead. I do believe that the dragons are gonna end up dead by the end of the series.
All of them?
Yeah.
Really?
I do believe it.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's kind of robbing the world of its magic if you do that. Because the dragons are the reason why magic is in this world. They kind of said it.
That will be a way to end the series, technically.
No more magic.
Yeah.
Side note, I do know that they started like 12 or something. Jon was like 12 in the first book.
Wasn't it 14 or something?
Or 14, you think?
Rob was 14. I think Jon was 15. Arya was like 6 or 8.
No, but they lied about his age, though. They lied about his age. I think he's supposed to be older than Rob, but they made him younger, both to protect him from, the timeline revealing his secret.
But he was around the same age, like
they didn't want
14,
any.
15.
No, but they want. I think by making him younger, he's not. He's not gonna be, against Rob for Winterfell as the new Lord,
Okay.
So he's younger.
But Rob was 14 at the beginning of the series. I think Sansa was 12. Arya was like 8.
But yeah, they were pretty young. But they, I think Jon.
Dany was 13 when she was wed to Khal Drogo, and when she was.
And in the
pregnant.
series, I think they start off being 17, 18.
No, 16, 17, yeah.
Jon and Rob?
Yeah, they start at that age.
Okay, yeah. So there you have it. We were kind of aware of that.
Yeah.
Beyond the Wall being a metaphor of some kind for the afterlife. Or perhaps it's really where everyone ends up after dying. if they're not burned. Maybe. It's the thing with Dany's visions is that you can read them in so many ways. And it was kind of explicit in the TV show. I mean, you literally got snow falling down on the throne. Some people read it like it was. I mean, Jon Snow being the king at the end. And some people also read it like literally. Like the throne room is destroyed and there's snow in the throne room, which means the Night King, the White Walkers are going to wipe everything out. There are so many ways of reading this, and could go either way. I mean, it's not clear, and unless we do end up with the answer, which we will in a couple of weeks, we won't know for sure.
In the end, everything is in Game of Thrones is about ice and fire, life and death.
True. True kings don't want the throne. Exactly.
They're like hipsters. Wanting to be cool makes you uncool. It's like less is like too much or something like that.
Yeah, kind of. Symbolic parallels. Lord of Light, heart on fire. Sigil, heart trees with burning red leaves. Night King's symbol pierced through the heart with the burning sword, dragon glass in the heart. True. That's what I love about this show. There is so much there are many metaphors everywhere. There are double meanings to what we see, and it's up to interpret. You get to think of whatever you want with what you've been given, and I love that. It actually reminds me. Sorry, but what you just said brings me back to what one of you said earlier about the Night King having a piece of dragon glass in his heart. He basically lives, he's what he is because of the dragons, kind of. Because of the children of the forest, which he wants to destroy, and because of the dragons. So, is he after them for revenge? Does he want to go back in time, like, I don't know which one said that, but maybe he wants to go back and rewrite history. Maybe he wants for that not to happen. I don't know. Sam did say, like, we didn't talk about that much, but Sam did say that the Night King might be after a way of really destroying everything. And to destroy humanity, it's not only killing everyone alive, it's also killing the history, killing the past, the present, and the future. So that's the obvious reason why he's going after Bran, but what if there is more? The thing with the Night King is that he's not talkative. He doesn't tell us.
The more talkative type of character, yeah.
Like, he cares a lot, but he doesn't tell us.
Tywin said, anyone who say I'm the king is not a king.
Exactly.
I'm not a king.
When he did, so some people, when Jon did say, like, I'm not a king, they started putting that meme up, and it reached me.
You got it right, buddy.
That's why I say he's the perfect candidate, because he doesn't want it. He's never wanted it. And since he sees himself as below everyone else because he grew up a bastard, I think he can connect with the small folk, which is what a good king should do.
Yeah. He wanted to bring eternal light, so the Night King next target will be Old Town. He's gonna bring more shit to that city.
Where is Old Town again on the map?
I think it's for west, I guess.
It's near the Tarleys, so it's not north. It's close to Igarden. So, okay. Yeah, Winterfell, then Old Town, maybe. Or maybe he's there with the dragon right now. I don't know. These old farts didn't believe in him? Well, he's gonna show them. Yeah, Memory of Man. Exactly. The books and stuff, which is why it's a good thing that Sam did end up stealing those books. That's why I think Sam has a good chance of surviving, actually, because if the Night King is after destroying humanity's memory, to have someone who's so into books write the story would be very good at the end.
I wonder if there will be a dawn before the battle starts. It's entirely possible that the sun simply can be seen from now on due to the winter, long not returning. Like when you're in Alaska and you literally live like for 30 days without sun.
I think if the dawn comes from now on, maybe it's going to look like Hardhome. Like, it's daytime, but
it's going to make the difference.
Yeah, well, you can make the difference, but it's gray, It's not sunny, but it's not night either. So I think that might be the atmosphere we'll get. Mm-hmm. If that's it, that's cool, because I think he's supposed to bring the long night, so technically that means no sun.
In episode 8 22, John's 24, Sansa's 20, Arya is 18, Bran's 17, and Dany's 22. In the first novel, Rob and John were 14, going on 15, Sansa 11, going on 12. Arya was 9,
the age
7,
difference is huge.
15.
The age difference is huge, but we need to... I mean, when we got a scene like Arya going at Gendry like this, it's easier for us living in the 21st century to see a girl who's older rather than a girl who's like 15 now or something.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if people are irked by the scene with Arya now, and she's 22, Maisie Williams 22, what would they be like if she was actually younger, like 15? Remember when Sansa was in King's Landing? If she had actually been raped by those men who tried to take her?
I do remember when Natalie Portman was really, really young, she did a couple of scenes in a movie that people cringed a bit because the age difference between the two actors was so different that it was kind of really bad taste to see it. So
it's true that it's hard for viewers to put aside that feeling. Because, I mean, it is a story, but we are seeing actors interact with each other. It was the same with Marjorie and Tommen. She's like 30 and he's like 16 or something. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was mostly actual night filming.
Yes.
As opposed to, say, filming day for night.
Yeah, they did say, for the Battle of Winterfell, at least, they did say that they filmed a huge night battle. After the battle, though, I don't know if we're going to actually see the sun again, or if they're gonna pretend or something. I have no idea, but it's true. If they want to be terrifying, and if the Night King brings the long night, it would make sense for them not to put the sun anywhere ever again, at least till the last episode. And it would feel so good to see the sun rising at the end, if that's how it ends, like if the Night King doesn't win.
Oh, that'd be so...
It's a beautiful thing to see, sun rising and stuff. Reminds me a bit of Final Fantasy 15, but anyway.
Point aside, I don't know if it's true, but it appears that season 8 2, the scene where Arya and Gendry are going at it was technically the episode 69.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's actually true.
I think it's true that it is episode 69. Yeah.
Well, they have a sense of humor still.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, like it's getting close to 8:30 now. I did enjoy last night's episode. I have feels for next episode. Like I'm gonna burst my heart out. Like my heart is already beating so fast.
We'll bring tissue for that.
Yeah, we'll bring tissues. We're gonna cry. These characters are so close to our hearts. Like, how many years has it been since Game of Thrones started?
Maisie was 12 when she started filming.
So 10 years.
Yep.
We grew up with them. They were babies. So after next week's episode, we're gonna go back and watch season 1, episode 1, just for fun of it, okay? Because I mean, when they're gonna die. I mean, the thing with last season here is that we got the time to know these characters. And when Rob died season 3, we only had like 3 seasons to know him. But now we've had 8. They're very close to our hearts. This is gonna be awful, like horrible. And I know they're gonna do it good because that director is amazing. So I hope you guys are prepared for this because this is gonna be
Of course,
huge.
I'm prepared to see us crying like babies.
Yeah, the first episode, they were giving us everything we needed, every reunion we wanted, every moment, every carefree thing that could happen. This episode, to me, was like closing the loose ends, like making amends, Jamie making amends, being reminded of everything that's been... It's like a recap, almost. Done right, a recap done right. You've got Theon coming back and saying all he said to Sansa. It's like closing that end. Now they have all these characters together. We got reminded of what they did, and now starting from next episode, it's gonna go really fast. Yeah, exactly. Like I think season 3, right before the Red Wedding, we were super happy with what was happening. Like Bran got to see Jon, even if Jon didn't get to see Bran. Arya was closing in on her mom and Rob.
Rob was becoming a father.
Yes. And then
And he will be named Eddard Stark.
Anyway.
My heart.
This is gonna be awful, but I'm kind of excited too. Like, I want to see where this show is gonna go. We have all these theories, and to finally see if we were right, and after, even if we're not right, to try and make sense of what's gonna happen after. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great from now on, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I think that the main question will be that we know main characters are gonna die like popcorn blowing up in a microwave.
It's true, sorry. He did kill 3 Neds. Ned Stark, Umber, was it Ned Umber?
I think.
And the baby Ned, right?
What did they got against Ned?
Never call your baby Ned if you're in Game of Thrones.
Anyway, yeah, stop naming your kids Ned. So, like, we know for sure that they're gonna kill main characters like popcorn blowing up in a microwave.
If it's done right, though.
The things, though, is do they dare it justify, and is their story accomplished?
Probably. Like, I mean, they've been waiting and they've been preparing for this, and like I said, the director is going to be there next episode is good. It's going to feel great. Like, you're going to see this happening, and you're going to cry, and you're going to feel angry, but it's gonna hurt you deep down, but it's gonna feel like a good story. That's what we want.
It is so sad. Sansa and Tion won't be able to have a baby. Thanks a lot, Ramsay.
The thing, though, I don't know if Sansa could ever accept another man in her bed after Ramsay. I don't know. Maybe, but not now. At least not now.
If Jon survives against all odds, it's fitting that it could be a foster parent instead of a biological father. True. Yeah, just like the Stark were for him. That would
God
be
knows there will be a lot of orphans after
good
this.
ending for him. We can expect everything in the next chapter. Maybe also a new leak from HBO. No leak, please. I don't want any spoilers.
I actually heard that there was a leak when I was editing the episode for tonight. So we're trying to stay very far away from any type of leaks or any type of spoilers, and so far it's been going great. I mean, we don't even watch the trailers for the next episode, so
no, we don't.
Let's hope it keeps going that way. Yeah, but I hate when they do that, because, I mean,
what's the fun of it?
Yeah, it's like, yes, some people want to know before, like, as soon as they know, they're happy, because they want to know before everything. They don't want to wait, but it kind of takes away the intention behind the whole work they do. Like, this show, and a show is being crafted so you can enjoy it. The story is being told a certain way, so the information can be revealed to you a certain way, and waiting is part of the game. There is something great about watching this show at the same time as everyone else and waiting till you get your answers, because you get to think about this and theorize with other people online.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's getting late here for us, guys, and we need to work on other episodes. So
Game of Wait. Yeah,
exactly. But
it's been 1 year and a half that I waited.
So
it's been 84 years.
We'll wait a little more. Thank you guys so much for talking with us tonight.
Thank you for coming and discussing with us the Game of Thrones episode 2 of season 8.
Yes, next week it's going to be a huge episode, so the discussion will probably be on fire.
That will be a bloodshed.
Yes, it will be same day, same time. I hope you'll be there next week as well. And I can already predict I'll be crying, so I'll warn you guys already. So thank you guys for being here. We love you all. And have a good night.
Also, sorry for the wait for the reaction episode. I know it's
yeah.
It
started awkward.
Internet is not that good right now, but it's coming. It's coming tonight. Just wait for it, please.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, and see you next week for the last discussion, guys. Thanks
Bye.
again.